So if a circuit has two or more independent sources, one way to determine the value of a specific variable, for example, voltage ang hinahanap or current, what we are actually using can be nodal, mesh, Kirchhoff's law, diba? So, meron pang ibang way para i-determine yung mga variable na yon by the contribution of each independent source to the variable and then add them up, and this approach is known as superposition. So superposition is actually a principle that states that the voltage across or kung current man ang hinahanap through an element in a linear circuit is the algebraic sum of the voltage or current through the element due to each independent source acting alone. So paano ba natin i-apply yung ating superposition technique? So first is turn off all independent sources except one source. So tatanggalin, actually hindi tatanggalin, ito turn off mo and then magtitira ka ng isang source. And then from that, find the output if it is voltage or current due to that active source using the techniques covered in chapter 2 or 3, meaning to say yung mga previous techniques natin, you can use mesh, Kirchhoff's, or nodal, etc. And then after that, kapag nakuha mo na yung isang output voltage or current, repeat the step, okay? Repeat the step for each of the other independent sources. So, i-on mo yung isang source uli and then off mo yung isang source. And then, yung total contribution or yung real or actual value ng voltage or current will be the total contribution by adding algebraically all the contributions due to the independent sources. Okay, mag-example tayong isa para mas malinaw siya. Ayan. Okay, so this is our first example. So we have to use superposition theorem to find V in the circuit. So ito yung hahanapin natin, V. So since kung i-observe mo, again ha, yung superposition is applicable to kung yung circuit natin ay merong two or more independent sources. So kung isa lang ang source, hindi na kailangan gumamit ng superposition. You can use the other methods of analysis sa circuit. No? Kapag two or more, we can use superposition theorem. So for this case, we have two independent. So I repeat that, independent sources. Sila lang yung ito turn off yung mga independent. We have a voltage source na 6 volts at saka yung 3 ampere current source natin. So ang V natin ngayon, since dalawa yung source natin at ang tinatanong ay yung voltage drop across the 4 ohm resistor, it would be from the contribution na manggagaling dun sa 6 tapos manggagaling dun sa 3. So, yung unang contribution from the 6 volt resistor, let us name it as V sub 1. And then dun sa pangalawa, kapag enough naman nito at kukunin mo yung contribution ng 3 ampere current source, let us name it as V sub 2. So, we have to find V sub 1. Okay, naka-off ito, hanapin natin yung V sub 1, papalitan natin yung circuit dito, i-redraw natin, and then off mo ulit ito, hanapin mo yung V sub 2. So, ganun yung superposition. Okay, so let us start. First, we have to draw the circuit. So, for V sub 1, okay, set natin yung current source to 0. And, i-off mo siya. Set mo to 0. So, kailangan natin i-redraw yung ating circuit. Okay, so kung isa-set natin yan to 0, and then so we have 4 ohms. Malabo yata. O, sige, pwede na to. We have 6, and then we have 8 here. And, okay, ito hindi na V ha, V sub 1 kasi ito yung V sub 1 natin dito. Okay. And then mag-loop tayo. let's say I sub 1. Ayan. So, kailangan natin makuha yung V sub 1 by applying KVL. Actually, kahit di ka na mag-KVL dito, pero sige, let's apply KVL. Pwede na kasing mag-voltage divider principle. Ayan. Loop 1. Okay? So, negative 6. So, 8 plus 4, that is 12. I sub 1. Ito naman, minus 6 volts equals 0. So, 12 I sub 1 is equal to 6. Divide both sides by 12. And then we will get I sub 1, which is equal to 0.5 ampere. After that, yung V sub 1 makukuha na natin. It is actually 4 times I sub 1. So, V sub 1 is 4 times I sub 1, which is 4.5. So, that is 2 volts. Ayan, nakuha na natin yung isa. Okay? So, sige, i-box ko muna. Or actually, if ganito lang naman kasimple yan, isang mesh lang, we can use voltage divider. Di ba? Mas madali. You have source, tapos may dalaw kang resistor. Kasi yung V sub 1 mo ngayon is 4 sa numerator over yung total times yung V sub source, V sub 2. Ano yung source mo? 6. Diba? That is voltage divider principle. Makukuha mo ng diretso na 2 volts. Ayan. Mas mabilis ang voltage divider kung ganyan lang kasimple yung circuit natin. Now, nakuha na natin yung V sub 1. Ngayon, ang next step is to turn off for V sub 2. Okay, iti-turn off natin or set natin yung voltage source to 0. Set mo lang. I-redraw natin ulit yung circuit. Pero, palitan ko ng kulay. Medyo malabo. So, kung ito naka-turn off, okay, i-ano mo lang. Diretsong wire lang yan. So, 3 ampere. This 4 ohms. Tapos, positive, negative. Pangalan natin V sub 2. 8 ohms. Ayan. Naka-off na to, bale. Ayan. Naka-off na yung ating source dyan. Okay? Kasi tatanggalin mo siya. I-off mo. So, kung hahanapin natin yung V sub 2, kailangan nating makuha yung current na magfo-flow dito. Drawing tayo. Okay, so merong current dyan. Ito, okay, let's say node 1 to. Current na 3 ampere. Ayan. Tapos meron ka dito, let's say this is I sub 2. I sub 1, I sub 2. Tapos ito ay I sub 3. Malinaw ba? Parang hindi. Okay, ilakihan natin. Okay, so this is I sub 3. Ayan. Ayan. Malinaw na yan. Balik ko ng 12. Okay. So, pwede tayong gumamit ng voltage divider, ay ng current divider principle, mas madali para makuha yung I sub 2. Kasi meron kang total current eh. Total current, tapos titignan mo lang kung ano yung magpo-flow dito sa isa. Ang ganyan lang siya. Meron kang total current na 3 ampere. Tapos yung isa 8. Tapos yung isa ay 4. Let's say, ito si I sub 2, ito si I sub 3. Tama? So, kukunin mo lang kung ano si I sub 2. We can use, mas mabilis kung gagamit tayong current divider principle. Using current divider. So, yung I sub 2 is yung, kung hinahanap natin yung 4, yung current magpo-flow sa 4 ohms, syempre, ang nasa numerator, yung 8. 4 plus 8 times yung total, which is 3 ampere. So, I sub 2 is equal to 2 ampere. Ayan. Therefore, ang V sub 2 natin is equal to 4 times I sub 3. I sub 2 ba? Oo, I sub 2. Which is 4 times 2. V sub 2 is 8 volts. Ayan. So, ito na yung isa natin. So, the total V or yung V dun sa mismong circuit natin, dun sa original circuit natin, which is V sub 1 plus V sub 2, which is 2 volts plus 8 volts, is actually equal to 10 volts. So, ganun lang siya kadali. Actually, we can, it's better na, or mas madali kung gagamit tayo ng ibang method kasi simple yung circuit natin. So, pwede na tayong mag-mesh dyan, nodal, etc. But, there are cases na mas madaling gamitin yung superposition kasi mas sinisimplify. Ito kasi mas simple yung circuit, tapos i-add mo lang yung contribution ng bawat source dun sa ating element na yon. So, kapag complex yung circuit, mas magandang i-simplify yung circuit, tatanggalin mo na yung mga ibang mga sources, parang i-ano siya, i-chop-chopin mo siya para mas maging simple yung circuit at mas madali yung analysis kasi i-add mo na lang. Okay, for this case, madali nang gamitin yung ibang methods of analysis. But for discussion purposes, makita nyo paano i-apply yung superposition. Kaya ito yung ginamit. Okay, so our answer for example 2 is 10 volts. Okay?